Hello, this is Biblical Tarot, and I'm back with another video. And for this video, I will be doing the Two of Swords. I name it The Monster Within. Okay, so it's called The Monster Within. And the title of the card is called The Lord of Peace. Okay, it's Two of Swords, the moon, as you see the moon up there. You see the moon? Okay. This card is the moon in Libra. Okay, and we're able to understand and know that it's the moon in Libra because we see the moon. They're telling us it's the moon. And we see her blindfolded. We see her kind of sitting like the Justice card, you know. The Justice card is Libra. Okay, I'll take you there. I'll take you there. Justice. There we go. See? This is corresponded to the zodiac sign Libra. Okay? So that's how we're able to figure out that this card is moon in Libra. All right. The key word, well, let me say it's also where it's located at on the tree of life is chokmah in Yetzirah. Okay? And chokmah is the second sephirah on the tree of life. It's number 2, and it means wisdom. Okay? But it's resided in the world of Yetzirah. Okay? And there's 4 worlds on the tree of life. And Yetzirah is the world of air. It's the world of air. Thought. Communication. Okay? It's the world of air, and we have swords. This is the Two of Swords, which swords are the element of air. Depending on what system you use, and I use this system where swords are air. Okay? So it's chokmah and Yetzirah. So that would be wisdom in thought, or wisdom in the air. Wisdom. Okay? When we have wisdom, we have like 2, because you have to have the wisdom to know the difference. That's why we have 2 of Swords. 2 of Swords, baby. So, as you look at this card, it looks emotional. You know, it's the color blue. All right. You got water in it. So, that lets you know a lot when there's water in a card. You got emotions. Okay. Also, you need to know about this card that she hooks or corresponds also to the High Priestess, and I shall take you there. Okay, you see? Because the High Priestess is the moon. And when we're in the Two of Swords, we're in moon in Libra. Okay? So you have these 2 women. They're like, oh, they go very well together, okay? If you was to mix the cards together, the Two of Swords and the High Priestess, if you was to mix them together, the Torah would be right in her lap. It would be right in her lap, okay? I don't even know why I'm telling you that, but yeah, the Torah, if you can see it, she's holding the Torah, okay? The 5 books of Moses, the Torah, okay? Yes, it would be right in her lap. Looks pretty cool. But anyways, so we're talking about emotional. The moon makes it emotional, okay? The key word for this card would be emotional delicacy, you know. These emotions is very delicate, okay? Sensitive, okay? Another key word would be reconciliation, conflict resolution, a strength through suffering. There's a duality in this card. We have 2. as you see on the top of the card, there's a 2. You see 2 swords. There's a duality in this card. One side and the other side. Joy, pain, troubles, You got agreement, compromise, and justice in this card. Okay. When I look at this lady, she looks like she's impartial. Okay. That means she's going to treat everybody equally. She can't see. She's blindfolded. She has to feel from within. The intuition. Okay. Also, if you look at the back of her, the water, that's the same water. That's the same water in the High Priestess. Okay. And the High Priestess, remember, she's the moon. That's the subconscious. You can't really see too much behind her because it's blocking. The pillars are blocking. The veil is blocking behind her. So you can't see, you can't see. But if you do look on the 2 of Swords, you can see. You have full view there, except for her. But you have full view of that, the subconscious right here. And when I said this is going to be called the monster within, okay, you can see the monster behind her. There's a monster behind her, okay? There's a monster within everyone, okay? But there's a monster behind her. Okay, so if you look on this side of her, you could see the little rocks or something in the middle of the water, like you can swim out there and be able to stop at those rocks before you start to swim to the other side of the other side to the mountains, okay? But if you was to stop there on those rocks, okay, if you look at the other side, those rocks could just be a monster waiting for you. Okay, because there's a monster inside of everybody. You see, it could be a dragon, it could be a reptile. It's a monster. That is a monster waiting. Okay. I see that monster. If you can't see it, I can. I see the bubbling. You see the bubbles in the water? That's because there's a monster in the water. There's a monster in that water. And it can come up at any given time. Kind of like Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. It's a dual nature. Okay? It's the inner struggle. Okay? It's an inner struggle between one and the other. Okay? Failure to accept would result in, that monster coming out, that monster being projected. Okay? Yeah. There's a monster in this card. It's pretty interesting. So you got to be careful. You got to recognize that monster. You got to recognize it because it's in there. It's in there. It's in everybody. You have to recognize it. And once you recognize it, you call it out. Then you can use that monster. Keep the monster under control. You'll have the monster as a pet. It's loyal. But you have to keep that monster under control. Okay? Because everyone has it. I even have it, You just want to control it. It'll come out. It's in the subconscious. It's in the subconscious. It's waiting. It's always waiting. It's waiting for that time to come out. And when it comes out as a bad habit. Some destructive behavior. Desires, fears, attachments. That's what that monster is. And that's why we have to be on guard like her. Be on guard. Be on guard. Be on guard. Because it's you. It's the inner you. It's the inner you. Okay? And once you have that monster controlled, that's when you can use that monster when you need to use that monster. And you put that monster back when it needs to go back. Okay? We are what? This is Libra. The ruler of Libra is Venus. Okay? So, that should let you know. That should let you know. You have to balance yourself. Balance those two sides. You know. Balance those two sides and everything is gonna be okay. I think so. The monster within, the Lord of Peace. Know this. To have the peace, you can't have peace without war. So you have to have war with that monster. But once you beat it, you control it. That is the message for the day. I'm going to go to work and I love you. Bye.